Potatoes au gratin is a decadent French baked potato dish that is 1, easy to make, 2, has very few ingredients, and 3, is creamy delicious. Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make potatoes au gratin, and this is going to be a decadent, creamy dish. This is so simple, so easy, so tasty. There's literally no tape in this dish. There's literally about 2.5 pounds of russet potatoes. You can use others. Use something that's not waxy though. Use something that's got a lot of starch in it like russet potatoes. We're gonna use about 1 pound of Gruyere cheese that we're gonna grate ourselves. Don't get the packaged stuff. Grate it yourself. It's gonna be better, it's smoother, it's creamier. 3 cloves of garlic, some fresh thyme on top, a little bit of thyme in between the layers, and of course heavy cream. We're going to use about 1.5 cups of heavy cream, and then I'm going to cut these potatoes on the mandolin at about 1/8 of an inch thick. I've got my oven preheating to 350. I've got the mandolin. I'm going to check for the setting. I could wear the glove. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's safer to wear a glove with this, obviously. And these are a little thinner. These are a little less than 1/8 of an inch, but I like that. Now, when you get close on this, it'd be a good idea to wear the glove or slow down way before you think you need to, like right there, and that's like it. Again, this is about 2.5 pounds of russet potatoes. So when we get close, that's close enough. We got about 1 pound of Gruyere. You could use a box grater. You know, the question is, does it take more time to clean this thing than it does to do the box grater? And it's probably about the same, but my vote is to go with this. I think overall, this is faster. All right. So we got a couple of chunks left. Decadent potatoes au gratin likely dates back to 1788 in the southeastern region of France, Dauphine. Before that, its origins go back to the 1500s when potatoes or tubers were cultivated in Europe. Scalloped potatoes don't have the cheese. Potatoes au gratin has cheese between the layers and on top. Potatoes au gratin are the decadent version because of how creamy they are. Julia Child probably did much to make this popular in the United States, and she brought so much French cooking to us. I'm going to give this pan a light coat of Pam just to make it easier to clean. This isn't going to take that long, but I like to let them nice and even as possible. That's probably good right there. We need to make our mixture. All right, so I've got about 3 tablespoons of melted butter, 1.5 cups of heavy cream, 3 cloves of garlic, and that's going to take a couple to push through. And scrape that off. And we're ready to pour in our mixture. Pour about 1/3 of this in here. Get this all mixed in. Okay. Then we're going to put about 1/3 of the cheese, about 1 tablespoon of salt, and about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Now it's time for some more potatoes. Pour a little of this in. Put some cheese. We want to save about 1/3 of the cheese for the top. We're not going to put that on the casserole yet. All right, so we got all our liquid in there. Now we're going to cover this and put it in an oven at 350 for at least 75 to 90 minutes, between 75 and 90 minutes. So about 1.5 hours almost. And then we're going to uncover it, put the rest of the cheese on it, put a little bit of thyme on it, and then let it rest for about 5–10 minutes, and then we're gonna try a bite. All right, so this has been a full hour and a half, and we're gonna pull these out. We moved these to the middle shelf once we had our shelf free. Oh, that looks good. And now we're gonna put some cheese. These should be creamy for at least another 10–15 minutes until this cheese starts to get nice and brown. 10–15 minutes, but checking for brown. Our potatoes au gratin have cooked about another 20 minutes, and they're golden brown on top, and I'm ready to pull them out of the oven. And then we're gonna let them rest for about 10 minutes. Ah, look at that bubbling. Look at that, get that, that is good. We've let these rest for really about 15 minutes or so, and I didn't have to put the broiler on because I cooked them a little bit longer, but I'm gonna try these. I'm gonna cut out a section here and see what they look like. Ah, look at that. Oh, they are super soft and cheesy. Oh, I'm not apologizing to anybody about this. These are fantastic. It's so simple, such an easy dish to make, just a little bit of time, but they are so good. All right, Mrs. Brooks, come try a shot. Here's some cheese. Yeah, I think that's going to be just fine.
It's amazingly rich and decadent.
Potatoes still have a little bit of texture to them, but they're still soft. And the flavors are fantastic. Not too much thyme. Just a little, just a hint of it. A lot of butter. I wouldn't take any out though. Let it all stay in there. Look how it all stays together. Look at that, that stays nicely. If you like this dish, like and subscribe. If you would comment, I'd appreciate it. I'll respond to that. If you make this or any of my other dishes on my videos, I may post it, but I definitely respond to your comments. And I'll see you next time on
While you're in the kitchen.